I'm ringing the doctors tomorrow. I genuinely, I'm beyond it.
What's happening, Boom Beach? Icebreaker here. Coming at you tonight with Boom Talk. We've got the awesome SkullCrusher on call. What's happening, Skull?
What is happening? Aaron, yo, what's up, everybody? I see some real cool cats from the community in there. What's up, Falcor? What's up, Mans? What's up, Tiago?
What's up, everybody? I've got Martin on call as well, but nobody wants to hear from him. And Beast will be on shortly. He's just dealing with a delivery at his place, so he'll be with us very shortly. But how's everybody doing? Are we all hyped for tonight's Boom Talk?
Doing great on this end here. I was just gonna say the same thing. I mean, I was looking forward, to us to being able to discuss and talk about, HQ 25.
Yep, I'm sure it's a hot topic. Yeah, it's definitely a hot topic right now.
I think it's a hot. Exactly. I was gonna say I think it's a hot topic, obviously for a reason. Let's get real here. The last major update, for Boom Beach, not even, I guess Warships would have been the last major update, but even going back to HQ 24, like that's been well over a year, I believe.
That was November last year.
It's actually been.
Play Store earlier.
Oh, it was November. Okay.
It's actually been. Yeah. We actually had this we had this conversation in our patrons lounge the other day.
Nice.
We're talking about dates now. Somebody said they thought it'd been exactly a year, and somebody looked. 2 seconds, I'll get the date. But it is. It's literally just over a year. It's about a year and about a week, I think it is now.
Okay.
But so yeah, that's you're right. It's been a year since the last HQ. I mean,
and that's been any sort of update.
Can you really call? Can you call it an HQ an update?
I
don't think it's an update. I think it's nothing.
You know what? Considering how far and few they are with Boom Beach, I mean, I would call it an update. I mean, it
is new levels.
Not the best one.
It's new levels.
But I mean, what was the biggest hype? The biggest hype about HQ 24. What do you boys recall? What was it?
Statues and Scorchers.
Statues, Scorchers, and then there was one more new troop that was just supposed to be freaking insane.
Mechs.
Yeah. What are we doing with Mechs now, boys? What are we doing with Mechs now?
Not much.
Nothing. We're doing absolutely nothing.
For me, Mechs was just something to spend resources on other than tribal boosts. That's how I saw Mechs.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a good way to look at it.
But then after 5 upgrades, 5 or 6 upgrades, they were done.
I'll give you a fun fact.
It doesn't matter how many times you upgrade them, they're useless.
Little fun fact for you about Mechs that people won't know at home, but me and Scully do. It's been seen in the game files that Mechs are supposed to do something more than what they do. Apparently, they've been broken since release. Apparently, there's maybe a typo in the code that's stopping them from reaching their full potential, shall we say. So stay tuned on Mechs.
You know what?
Stay tuned on Mechs. They might be fixed in the near future, and they might be pretty.
I was just gonna say that as well. There, just because they're a boring troop. Okay, I mean I'm not completely pooping on them here. But they are a boring troop. And to touch on what you said, yeah, I did read up on what was mentioned, and yeah, apparently they're supposed to have like 2 or 3 other features that make them a lot more OP, overpowered than what they actually are.
Yeah.
Because right now they're slow. They have got to get right up to the target to fire. At least the Scorcher, actually does move a little bit faster. Yeah, I think we got ripped off on the Mech, for the HQ 24 update, Aaron.
Yep. We'll have to watch this space on that. We'll see what happens. I mean, we know what Supercell are like for fixing things and taking years to do so, but we'll see. We can hope.
But do you think that their full potential will be something we'll actually end up seeing out of them, considering we've had them now for I guess a year and a week?
If what we read is correct, then I think there'll be a game changer for things like Crab. If what we read is correct, then I think
that would be good. That would be good because right now they
definitely have a role if that is right what we've seen. But
can you expand on what you've seen, or is that NDA?
It's not NDA, but what I don't want to do is if the person's wrong, I don't want to put out fake hype. I don't want to say something that's incorrect. So I'm going to hold my tongue on what we've read just for a minute, just in case they're wrong about it. But from what we've seen,
this is a good point. But yeah, Aaron is right. Him and myself did see something, which does say that the mechs are supposed to be a lot better than what they actually are. And yeah, I mean, not to kind of leave you guys on a cliffhanger, but like Aaron said, we will have to leave it at that for the moment.
I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue because since I read it, I've noticed something about mechs. Look at what they shoot. When they're shooting at defenses, look at the projectiles that they're shooting, and look what else in Boom Beach looks the same when it shoots. That's all I'm going to say. Because you can see it. Once you see it, you'll know.
You're such a tease.
I know, right? I know, right?
You know what's funny, Aaron? This is actually going to make players go into the game right now.
I know, right?
You know, for
trying to work it out.
Players, load up the mech and actually use them again right now, just to see what it looks like when they fire.
Yeah. Who we got?
By the end of this stream, someone will have put it in the chat.
Yeah, I hope so. Somebody do that. Somebody see if we can work it out. If you can work it out in the chat, I will send you a T-shirt if you can work it out from what I've said. Just for fun.
I do want to read Mr. Petrick's comment here. He did mention that. What did you read about Mech that would change crab? I'm curious. Mr. Petrick is a top crabber, so obviously something like this, like his ears are just like perking.
Yeah. Yeah. If it gets said in the chat what it is, then I'll let you know. But if not, then I'll keep it for now. Just for now. Who we got in the chat then, boys? Let's do a roll call. We didn't shout them out, did we?
Yeah. Wow, we just jumped right into it. Yeah, start naming off.
Got 50 peeps in here right now. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. Go on, B, shout them out. That's your job.
You got 50 peeps that are loading up Boom Beach at the moment.
Yeah, it's gonna drop to like 4 in a minute.
That's what you've got.
Sorry, I'm still putting my shopping away, so I haven't even got the stream open at the moment. So you guys have to do it.
Do you want to do roll call then, Skull?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Isn't that that's something like I always end up starting on my stream? But you know what? I'll get it started here. It does look like, boys, we got Axe Darby. I don't know if there was anyone before him, but obviously I see BBTFRG, so Aaron obviously -- 1. But Axe Darby coming in. Big shout out to Axe. We got Apex Prey. People still play this game. Yes, Apex, we still play this game. Mohammed, what's up, buddy? Good to see you again. 3 dots, we got Sam in the chat right there. Night Hunter. Looks like Night Hunter does want a new hero. We got Kern Dog, what's up, buddy? Good to see you as well. Tiago, big shout out to you. Invisible Mans, AZ Master, Texas Rangers, big shout out. We got Texas in the chat. Only Me, very good to see you as well. I'm literally like roll calling as if I'm streaming right now. MC, man, what's up, buddy? Hello, people of Boom Beach. Falcor sighting as well. What's up, Falcor? M to the C. We got MC in the chat. Black Adder, very good to see you as well, buddy. Candy Hobden, big shout out to you as well. Welcome to the live stream here. Pete Dutton, what's up, Pete? Welcome, buddy. Tom's peeking in there. Jenna Jones, how you doing, Jenna? Welcome to the live stream. And Chris Alpha, good to see you. Andrew Down, are you going to do the aura thing? What's up, man? I saw your comment earlier. Papucho sighting, guys. Big shout out to Papucho. Make sure you do check out his channel and subscribe. Davey Boy, Martini, Fezman, big shout out to Fezman. Lolo sighting as well. Lolo says he was first.
Just real quick, sorry, Mr. Petrick. In the chat right now, ladies and gentlemen, take a look.
What did he say? Let's go down here. Yeah, by the way, you guys can take over. I was literally like not even halfway.
So I've got one eye on the chat just to see if anybody's come back with the thing about mechs, and Mr. Petrick's just come back.
Yeah, no worries.
So somebody said above electric lasers shots from the mechs, but no, it's not quite. Kind of, but not right. If you want to know, they look exactly the same as a shot blaster shot. The animation's exactly the same. So, and then Mr. Petrick just said in the chat, or maybe they were shock buildings since their projectiles look like shot blaster projectiles. Bang on, Mr. Petrick. Well, keen eye there.
Mr. Petrick was probably one of the only ones that actually went right into the game and like analyzed it to the point where
means I got to send him 2 t-shirts now because he won one the other day.
I can definitely say that I did not go into game and load them.
No.
Well, I mean, obviously, I don't think Aaron and I did because we already clearly know what their full potential technically is supposed to be. Martin, did you go take a look?
No, I didn't actually.
Martin doesn't care enough.
No, no, I just the speed that they tried, the fact. Well, I don't think that they could do anything because they're so slow. Whether they stun buildings or not, stun them, set them on fire, it just are too slow.
Oh, apparently Dave.
Like tanks, really.
Apparently
I
Davey
think that
Boy.
would be silly.
Apparently Davey Boy said
sorry,
this like.
Aaron?
Apparently Davey Boy said it 10 minutes ago.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll send you something, Davey.
Okay, sorry, Mr. P.
I
Shout out to
believe you.
Davey Boy then. No.
Yeah, I believe you. I see. I did see Petrix first, but it's fine. It's fine.
Now, to be fair, I've just seen it. 2006, Davey Boy says, I remember the hype. Weren't they supposed to freeze with every shot like a shot blaster?
Oh!
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Timestamp 2006.
Yeah, that's cool. And Davey Boy, you bagged yourself a t-shirt. Well done, buddy. What's
But
that in
Butcher
time?
does
Mr.
say Mech-
Patrick still got his mid from the draw the other day.
Yeah, yeah.
Mechs can't do anything more than take up space in the game. That's funny because that's kind of true. At least
It is at the moment, yeah.
with them now.
Yeah. Right then, guys. Who in the chat then? Who thinks HQ Update 25 is, or what do you want to see from HQ 25? What is it about HQ 25 that people are getting hyped about? What would you want to see? Obviously, with HQ 24, we got Scorchers, we got the extra statue. What about HQ 25 could be really good? What are you hoping to see? I don't think a landing craft upgrade is going to bring much to the table, will it? We're going to get anything extra?
I think if you're looking at HQ upgrades, then you're looking at extra levels on various bits and pieces. I don't think you'll see an extra level on the sculptor because that's going to mean another statue, and 11
That was done
statues
last
is
time.
already overpowered. I don't think you'll see another level on the landing craft because that's going to mean I'm not quite sure exactly what it means for the bigger troops, but
Yeah, I probably should have looked into this before we went live, but I'm not sure what it would mean, an extra space. I don't think it means anything major, not like an extra tank or definitely not an extra Scorcher.
Not an extra
It wouldn't be
Zuka
an
or
extra-
anything like that.
It might be an extra
it would be,
Zuka,
it'd
yeah.
certainly be an extra
don't
rifle,
think it
maybe no, it wouldn't be an extra Zuka because it's 20. What's the capacity at the moment? It's an even
20
number, isn't it?
26.
Zukas take up 2.
It would
26
be
at the
rifles
moment.
only. I believe
Yeah,
Pang
'cause
just said
so-
in the chat as well.
27's a prime number, and so yeah, it would just be rifles. So you could see an extra level on landing craft, I suppose.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think the gunboat's more likely to happen this time than over the landing
The
craft.
one
but-
that I'd like to see more than anything, and I think a lot of people will probably be the same, is the radar.
Yeah, I think that's a big
Ooh,
one.
Like expanding the archipelago to now actually having a bigger map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think,
no, I like
think-
that. I'm for that.
I think they've got to on this one, to be fair. We've had now 2 HQs with no radar update. I don't think they can do a third without one, can you? I get it.
No.
I get
I mean,
tribes are pretty set the way they are, but I don't know. Tribes can be expanded, can't they, with a new expanse to the map? But I don't know. I don't see how they can get away with doing another HQ with no radar. But we'll see.
When was the last time, or the last HQ, or sorry, the last radar update? The last level for your radar. Sorry, what level is it? I'm not in game right
Last
now, so that's
level
why
for
I
your
don't know off the
radar
top
is
of my head.
20.
Yeah, 20.
It's 20. Okay.
So it has been a while since we've seen a radar upgrade at all, you know.
I remember that radar upgrade as well.
Yeah, I
It was a
do.
long time.
Yeah, that was
3 dots. I think 3 dots has just said, I think HQ25 should delete the whole game.
What about
it was-
like anything to deal with like maybe protos on the update? Whether they introduce potentially a new one, or like I believe Pang mentioned a level 4 on the proto. Like we have Shock Blaster 3. Can you imagine maybe like a Shock Blaster 4?
Yeah, I'd like to see. I think defense is going to have to be
Yeah.
a priority this time because offense has had such a kick up the ass since HQ20. Since HQ22 was max level, HQ23 and HQ24 really did buff offense, and defense is kind of been left behind.
Scorchers. perfect example. Absolutely, game breaking. That's not even without boosting. You boost and you literally drop and sit back, right? So that alone was like the biggest push, to offense right there. 2 Scorchers per landing craft. We talked about, I guess it goes back to the landing craft upgrade, but which does go back to offense because bigger landing crafts, more troops, more damage. It's favored in offense. So I would like to see that balance kind of shift now in the defensive favor for the update.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe even a 4th proto coming out, so that you can put a 4th proto on your map. But Pang's probably right. If you had a level 4, you could increase the power of the 3 protos that you had, rather than putting a 4th one at level 3 to have the option of a level 4 proto. Might be a better.
That obviously coming with more health and more more damage.
James Bulldog Baldwin has just said, I believe that Nuno has said that brand new protos were coming, but we will see if that's true or not. This is true. He mentioned it in Chicken's video, with the interview video. But he was referring.
Wasn't that proto troops?
That's proto troops, yeah, not proto defenses. He actually did say there's no new defenses. He did say that, I think.
He did. I did also pick up on, because I did watch that interview as well. And the main, I guess the main hype, going back to that initial question when we were starting off the stream here, is what's the biggest thing coming to HQ25 here, and obviously not to rain on anyone's parade here. If you thought like a new hero was coming, or if you thought this was coming, I think essentially it's only going to be new levels to certain troops, defenses, and buildings.
Lola just said Nuno said new proto would be in Warship season. He said that if they were balanced enough for Warships, that they would see the Warships proto season at some point. Didn't say they were just for Warships. All the proto troops are going to be available.
I think Warship seems to be like a testing ground for proto troops on the main base, doesn't it?
That would be fun to see. Like, more. I mean, I guess we are getting more proto troops on the main base.
Yeah.
It would be fun to see more of that. I like the weekly melon, bomba. I like the clone rifleman, the heavy chopper, the rocket chopper.
I'd like to see with the proto troops on the main base is that when you level them up, you hold that level for the next time they come around.
Yeah. They're just done the way they are.
It's
they are. It is what it is. But yeah, if they don't hold their levels, what's the point? What's the point of upgrading?
You just said it is what it is.
There's no point upgrading them when even if you get them to max level, now that the tokens have been fixed, the balance of the tokens has been fixed. Even if you get them to max level, you get them max level for like a day and a half, and then they're gone again.
Yeah.
Pang hit the nail on the head there, though. If shield gens of level 4, it makes outworks, HP, HC, etc. 4-hit maps again rather than 2 or 3 hits. And like that little bit of extra challenge actually in the operations would make the world of difference, in my opinion.
Now, see, you just touched on operations. Anybody think there might be an operations factor to HQ25?
No, because they've neglected operations since Duplexity.
Since Duplexity, yeah.
Yeah, well, Duplexity was supposed to be part of the Warships update, wasn't it?
Was it supposed to?
Yeah, that was all supposed to come in one big hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be part of the Warship.
Oh man,
it was supposed
I missed that memo then. That would have been really cool.
Yeah, it was originally Duplexity was going to be part of the Warships update, but Warships got delayed because of whatever it got delayed because of. But because the Duplexity part of the update was ready, they said, right, we can let you have Duplexity, but you're gonna have to wait a little longer for Warships. I remember that because everyone.
Yeah, and that was unfortunate too, because Duplexity being the hardest and highest level operation. I mean, that only favored the top TF leaderboard task forces. Your average task force isn't running Duplexity.
Pang's just said in the chat saying, remember the Chinese link. There is meant to be a higher level than DX. I don't want to put too much stock into leaks, especially ones out of the Chinese camp, because Supercell. Listen, I know for a fact that Supercell put lots of things in game behind the scenes just to test stuff. Even when they roll out, pushed updates, forced updates and stuff, they put artwork in the game, they put code into the game, they put numbers and figures and all sorts of things go into the live build. What can be seen in the game files today, you can go and look at it right now. but none of it will ever see the game. It's just stuff that they've used for testing purposes behind the scenes. So don't take leaks as gospel. So, but we'll see.
Well
I
said,
thought
because
that
We'll
had already
see.
been, I thought that had already been they'd shown that leak was explained why it was there, and it is nothing to do with.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was explained too, but I can't remember what he said about it.
I think for me, as a non-high end op player, I'd like to see a rejig of the standard ops. You know, the sort of foxtrot through to curtain call, maybe a bit high, couple higher, couple lower. Introduce some of those not the double core bases from DX, but the principle of a double core. So imagine Complex, for example, with one core where it is, and then another one right over the left-hand side.
Those double core maps will be game changing for, you know, I mean, they've said it's for 50-man task forces, right, and made it the hardest level operation to do. I mean, that's all well and good, but that's all right. How many competitive players want to be in a 50-man task force?
Yeah,
not many. Not many.
And you see,
there might be 50 in total.
Might be
Yeah, but
50 in
the
total.
fact that you've got 25-man teams that are now completing DX at 100% ratio.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
But that is
it's
that
ridiculous.
because the troops have become so overpowered.
It's part of it.
You know, that squashing Duplexity is relatively easy for those 25-man teams that have the dedication to do it.
I think that's definitely part of it. That and the fact that, you know, the maps get worked out in record time, especially when they're leaked early. They get worked out even quicker then. But, you know, especially the leaderboard teams, the teams that are competitive at the top, say the top 20 teams on you know, especially the 25-man and the 50-man leaderboards, they were going to work them out in no time anyway. That was always going to happen.
Yeah.
But to roll those double core maps out down to, say down as low as Dead End even, just have, you know, don't change up the maps too much, or water down those Duplexity double core maps, like Motherboard and Spine and all those ones. Just water them down a little bit and then throw them down to Dead End.
Don't put Spine on Dead End. You will lose so many players.
Let the smaller teams get into it as well. Right,
so many players.
I think that you could bring double core maps down as far as Stronghold, possibly.
I reckon deep cut. Deep cut at the most. That's what I reckon. Massive attack maybe, because, you know, massive attack you can do in a 10-man now. Lots of 10-man. Yeah. 10-man do massive attack.
Yeah.
You know what? Once again, depending on the role that they get, I mean, yeah, you've got 10-mans out there that have soloed, that have not, well, yeah, soloed and beaten MA. And I want to mention a comment here as well. Papucho also mentioned, because we were talking about how, you know, potentially, you know, if there was a change to operations and the competitive pushing with task forces, that competitive players don't actually play in 50-man TFs anymore. You know, they play in 25, 10, and even 5s. It's easier on the intel, and just overall. Yeah, overall, it's easier to manage.
It's not as much of a challenge, is it, anymore? That's the problem.
Well, I can remember when we were running Scopers as a 25-man, there was at least one, maybe two occasions where we blue washed M8. Yeah, it was an easy roll, granted, but we were by no means a pushing team. We had, you know, a number of good players in the team, and with a lucky roll and a couple of lucky hits, we blue washed M8. Yeah, and you know,
I mean, operations definitely needs a look in at some point.
Not going to take any credit for that, you know.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I think this was after you left.
Yeah, cool story.
But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, we weren't a serious team. We weren't pushing. We had some, you know, above average players in the team, but with a lucky roll, we got it.
And that's what it comes down to as well. You know, at the same time too, right? Those 10-mans are getting absolutely, you know, horrible rolls, you know, on the off day, and you know, it's just part of the game.
What's happening, Grens? Welcome to the stream, buddy.
Yeah,
Grens.
Yeah, I mean,
I can safely say when you roll Maze, Green Court, and Red Line in the same op on a 10-man team, you ain't finishing it.
Oh no, you're devastated. You know
You're
the op's
dropping
over
down the
even
leaderboard.
before you've started.
Yeah,
At that point, it's just a salvage job.
it's a waste of intel,
Exactly.
wasn't it? It was a waste of intel even bothering to roll it.
Yeah.
But as long as you end up with more force points than Deep Cut gives you,
No,
Big shout out to you,
end
Axe
up
Derby.
with
Thank you
more
there for the
force
super
points
chat, buddy.
than dead end.
I got a not to get us
Cheers,
off the
Zach.
topic of operations here, but just with going back, I was thinking
Good luck,
about this with regards to the actual HQ25 update. Think about the resources that are going to be involved for that upgrade. How much do you think it's going to cost?
I mean, it's not something I'm going to worry about because I've been storing up my resource boat for a long time.
Big shout out to Lolo as well in the chat for the $6.99 super chat. Beast sucks. You're absolutely
Fez,
right.
man.
Quickly,
We'll pin
Thank you
that.
very much.
man.
Yo, Axe and Lolo, right on,
Yeah,
fellas.
we'll pin that one, Lolo.
cheers, guys.
And Fez. Big shout out to Fez. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, Fezman coming in, yeah, buddy.
We're going to pin
Yeah,
Lolo's
sucks.
because he does.
Sorry, Beast.
We're going to pin Lolo's because he does raise a really, really true, valid point about Beast and sucking. So that can go on screen just for a second. Just an FYI as well, guys. If you'll notice tonight, we've got the alerts and the chat box working tonight, which is great. I've only just realised, so happy days.
Yeah,
Just
playing the game.
yeah. Streamlabs is actually playing ball tonight. This is great.
Cheers, Fez,
Yeah,
man.
so
They always bully me.
Poor Beast.
Jumping back to
Don't pity him.
sort of
Fez.
jumping back to what we were saying about ops, I think it's something that needs addressing, and it needs addressing very soon.
Yeah, ops and Mega Crab need to be high on the priority list for the next. If
yeah.
it doesn't come in this, if HQ25 doesn't bring any changes to ops or Mega Crab, then first of all, I think it's gonna be a bust. I think that's a major oversight on Supercell's part, just my opinion. And two, if it doesn't come in this one, it has to come in the next one. And if it doesn't, the game's done. Because HQ updates are, in my opinion, I know a lot of people like HQ updates. They like doing the upgrades, they like rebuilding their base to a new level with, all the rest of it, finding new metas with the new levels of troops and statues. I get it, yeah, it's great. But for me, doing the same upgrades that we've done 24, times already is a bore fest. I think HQ updates are literally just a way of pandering to the community. They've given us something while giving us nothing at the same time. But
Yep.
I'll leave it there.
That. No, I like how you just worded that.
I'll leave it there because that's just my opinion. But I know lots of people like HQ updates, and that's cool and all. But I'd rather have new content. I'd rather have a new event or new troops or a new hero, new ops, new mega crabs, anything, something new. Not 24 things we've done already.
No, I like what you just said right there, because obviously, it's new because it's coming to the game, but we've experienced it
Yeah.
24 times before.
Yeah, you can only upgrade a mortar
A
26
new HQ
times.
A new HQ needs to be a carrier for something else.
Something needs to
You
bring
mentioned-
something with it. HQ24 was good because it
mentioned-
brought classified items, which are absolutely
Yes,
useless.
that was new. That was new.
That was
That's exciting.
That was something
Or
new.
it
That
was,
was, that's
a couple days hype.
yeah, it's good, but as soon as you max again, they're useless. For max level players, they're not great. So there needs
Well,
to be.
you know what I think?
Go on.
You know what I think would be good, because actually, well, it's not really good. It gets annoying with the classified items. When you get every single one of the classified items, and then your submarine returns, and then you get another of the same classified item. A lot of people actually get stuck in that, where they don't realize
You can claim
that
it.
they can actually just claim it, and then use that for converting to raw crystals, and then gain access to your sub again. I just wanted to mention that because a lot of people will leave their sub. I did that for the longest time, fellas, until I realized that's how you deal with it.
Yeah, when they first rolled those out and we seen that they were coming from the sub and stuff, the first thing I remember putting a post up. I think I was probably one of the first ones to ask the question: is does the sub get soft locked if you've got one already in storage and you find another one? Does it soft lock the submarine? Of course, nobody knew back then because nobody had them all. That we only had a couple of each, one and one of the other when it started with. So yeah, that it needs to be a bit clearer, doesn't it? The UI needs to tell you that you can still claim it. I know the
Just
button.
on the subject of 10-man MA that we were just talking about being really, really rough at times.
Yeah.
We've just rolled the operation in mine, and we've got Outwork, Strategize, Redline, Humble Pie, Alamo, Fang, and Assembly.
Yes. Good luck.
There's a sad trombone for Beast Task Force tonight,
Yeah,
ladies
I
and
was gonna
gents.
say sad trombone
Spare-
effect. Cue now.
Spare a thought for the boys in Beast Team tonight.
Oh, that's
Fang
rough.
saying
That's
easy
rough
point.
though.
Easy points, BM.
Easy points for paying.
Yeah. Get Farmar in there, you get the
not
points.
easy points for anyone.
Get Farmar in
This
there,
is
you
gonna
go.
be Farm Central. Strat's not
Moment
a 2, and
Strat
it's
in 2
only
and Redline
181
in 2, you'd be
points.
laughing.
Yeah, right.
No, Strat is not a 2, and it's only 181 points. That is getting left. See, Tom knows Farm Op.
Farmar, yeah.
That's
But
horrible.
that's how they that's how they should be coming out.
Yeah, it should be that hard.
We like,
You know,
you do get stuck into the hard ones more, don't you? When they're always easy, everybody knows what they got to do. There's no point doing notes, and I don't know. That's why I fell out of love with Ops. It's just too much of the same old
Yes, it's lost its
appeal.
I've you know, I know you guys know, but I've dropped out of running scopers because sort of life's getting a bit hectic with one thing and another. But just to kind of keep the intel going somewhere, I've just been bouncing between random task forces, not even task forces that are related to BBTFRG, just random ones that I'm finding in the. And even there, you've got like 25-man teams doing Foxtrot, where half the team is inactive and the other half of the. And I've kind of tried to point some of the guys in the direction of the various forums. But I think that task force manager the task force search engine needs a massive overhaul so that the players that are kind of active in dying or you know, half dead task force can kind of find active task forces a lot more efficiently.
Do you remember back in the day, Beast, when Hopper Network had the Cold Call crew? Remember that? Is that even still going? Is that still a thing or not?
The Cold Call crew isn't anymore, I don't think.
No. That's similar to what you're doing there, Martin. Cold Call crew used to go out and find random task forces to join and spread the gospel of Hopper Network and BBTFRG, just the community in general. They used to rock up in a team, do some hits, they come back the next day and, you know, slowly get them signed up on Telegram and in all the chats and all the rest of it. You know, that's how they grew Hopper Network back in the day. It worked.
You know what? That's actually that's impressive. Now you get somebody coming into your TF now to spam something, like they're gone within seconds.
Yeah, they
It's
get
hilarious.
booted, then reported to the community.
They get
Look
booted,
at this loser, yeah.
I was part of that Cold Call crew for Hopper Network.
Hey?
I was part of that Cold Call crew for Hopper Network
Yeah, I know.
back in the day.
Yeah, I know you were. I was in there as well. I did, I don't know, only 2 or 3 jumps, I think, jumps around back then. Just quickly,
Papucci does say that it's
just
not
a
a thing
random
anymore.
one.
That's how I met Kay.
Was it?
Yeah, that's how I met Kay and got her into Hopper Network, and we started talking. Obviously, I told her about BBTFRG as well.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Wow.
Max has just said in the chat that's how Six found him.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. See, back in the day, see, that's how good Boom used to be back in the day.
Okay, that I'm just throwing it out there. That's got to be at least like 3 years ago because like
yeah.
I said, I started getting introduced to the Hopper Network in Telegram like about 3.5 years ago when I was just starting my YouTube channel.
Okay, he's like, yeah, he stopped me using tanks.
Yeah, everybody used tanks until they found Hopper Network.
Yeah.
It was like, what, Zookas? You're crazy.
Zookas? Squishy Zookas or not? No.
No.
Squishy
And then
Zookas.
you actually
Remember
realize. Then you actually realize how top players attack, and you're like, teach me the way.
that? Yeah. Teach me, Obi-Wan
Do you know-
Kenobi.
I
Yeah.
remember before joining the community, BBTFRG, I used to get attacked by smoky warriors all the time, and I was one of those that was adamant they were cheating, they were hackers, because they were doing something I just couldn't do. But because you need a little bit of education, you need to be shown just the principles of like landing and ground flares and that throwing smoke timings matters, throwing shocks matter. Those like real fundamentals that I think probably everybody that's in the in the community, possibly everyone that's in the chat at the moment is aware of. But like I said, some of these task forces that I'm popping to have just got no idea. They're landing
Actual
with 7
news.
smokes.
Yeah.
They're trying it landing with 7 smokes. I know. I've done the 9 smoke.
I was going to
landing
say,
on Phobos,
I'm just
but
going to just bring up a bit of history about Martin here. How many smokes did you need on Phobos?
But you saw the hit. That was just an one of those accidental. These are genuine 7 smoke landings, and people just, it's kind of like, well, watch this landing. 2 smokes, bang, done.
Yeah.
I mean, Boom's history is so rich with stories like this. I mean, even I wasn't around in the very early days, like 2013, 2014, when Boom was just taking off. I had no idea. I was never part of it back then. I only come into Boom around 2016, and just the history that I know of the time that I've played it, it's rich with stories like this. But they're slowly dying out, because the game is dying out, I suppose.
Big shout out to 2 of the co-founders.
It's getting older
as well. We've got MB and Spock in the chat.
Yeah, the actual guys who started. What's happening, boys?
We still got to keep in mind here, fellas, the fact that this is a mobile game that is almost 7 years old. If not, I think it is 7 years old.
Well, it's funny. I've just
low.
I've just set up my new tablet and phone, and I was looking when I was downloading the apps that Boom Beach is actually number 7 on the strategy game charts.
Shut the front door. Is it really?
Has been for years. Yeah.
Number 1's Clash of Clans. Number 2 is Clash Royale. Then there's a whole bunch of other games, and number 7 is Boom Beach. And I was really surprised to see it that high.
Yeah.
So Supercell games are dominating the 3 out of the top 7 on the charts for strategy mobile games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That says something about Supercell then.
Just slightly off topic here, and I think we need to pay real close attention, Beast. Lolo has just challenged Skull to a head-to-head.
Ooh.
I
I don't even know what that is.
Like we do beat.
Got 4 accounts,
Like we do beat the Beast.
Not too familiar with it.
Skull's like, yeah, watch all your content. Yeah, we'll
all I gotta do is type accept. Okay, 1 second.
Have you got 4 accounts, Skull?
Done.
We'll look at arranging that. We'll see what we can do.
How are we going to market this one? Skin the skull?
I don't know.
No, this is the battle for Canada, isn't it?
This is true. Yeah, the Canadians.
Oh yeah.
Skull's gone very quiet.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Basically, Skull, it's 1v1.
Beat the Beast, I fell for that once.
It's yeah. Basically, it's 1 versus 1 in like a task force battle type thing, but we do it in a 10-man. You get 4 hits each.
How many?
4 hits each.
I'm so confused. Like, are we doing this now?
No.
Oh no, this will be set up on another stream.
Yeah, no, this is
Like, I am so lost right now. Okay, yeah, no problem.
Skull's in. It's fine. Let's just do boom talk.
Like here, I'm like, oh, type accept, sure, no problem. And wait. Now we're hitting an ops.
To be honest, something like Lolo versus Scully, we could set up as a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's no problem. We can definitely set something like that up.
Yeah, it's
How many
basically a
accounts have
task.
you got, Skull?
What's that?
How many
accounts have you got?
I've got 6, but 2 of them are very inactive. And out of the main 4 that are actually like high levels, I pretty much used 3 of them. One's just like an intel dumper kind of thing.
That's fine. You don't even need 4.
Because that's the one thing, obviously, with a head-to-head is you need at least what 4 max accounts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. I easily have 4 because I've got 4 accounts that are at least level. I think 67 or higher.
Ideal.
Yeah.
So there you go then, Lolo. It's going down. Yeah. It's
Other
going
2.
down.
Other
arrange
2.
it.
Much lower. Yeah, no. Honestly, like here I'm thinking, okay, head to head. All right, what's going on in the chat here? Okay, I type accept. Done. We're good to go. And now we're getting on to operations. I'm like, okay. School's getting quiet. I'm trying to take in what's going on. Oh, it's too funny. You guys are awesome.
Ballerina coin.
Ballerina coins. Battle of Canada, yeah. We'll definitely market it, something like that.
Yeah, we'll set that up and
Yeah.
we'll get details out. But
Skull, I'll fill you in on all the details after the stream or so, mate.
Yeah, no problem. Sounds like a plan, man.
Cool.
yeah.
The Mounties are coming.
So back to 25 and what we expect and what our hopes and dreams for it are.
Yeah.
We've sort of covered ops, haven't we? And
Yeah.
In all honesty, what I'm expecting from this one is mainly defensive upgrades. I can't see us getting much more than that. They've already said there's no more major updates coming. So for me, I do think it's just going to be defensive tweaks.
Well,
here
we
and there.
know the HQ25 update, or the actual HQ25 is coming with, like, it's going to look different. I think it's got like different, like, something in the front that makes it stand out more. So I'm hoping that the defensive and the building upgrades that come along as well, at least we get new graphics to them.
oh god,
They've called for it in the chat. They want to see it, guys. They want to see it. I'm just here to do Streamlab stuff, boys.
MB is just saying, do you mind if I plug Webs or Warrior Duplexity up on the 27th? Keep an eye out for details on Hopper Network. That's all good. We like the web, guys.
Yeah, crack on, boys. So yeah, HQ25. I think we touched on it earlier. I think it needs to come with something other than just more of the same of what we've already had. As long as there's something new with it, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Tell Aaron that I think that you should have belly dancer next time.
No, I don't need a
oh my god,
belly dancer costume.
Joe, yes, Joe,
No.
yes,
I
Joe.
hit my resource boat.
He's saying yes.
Yes, Joe. I can hear you, even if they can't. I can hear you. That's happening. That is happening. Stagnite.
Oh, I'm so angry. I just hit my resource boat.
Oh, beast.
No, you didn't.
You absolute
I did.
noob. Have you really?
Yeah.
That trombone
I
beast
hope,
is.
I hope you are
like.
like. I hope you're like one of probably thousands of players out there who have at least 1,000 trader tickets, and you can just dump all those tickets for resources, and you're good to go for the upgrades.
I
Well,
actually
yeah,
do
but
have 895 trader tickets.
Not what?
I've
You
got.
spend?
I think
Do you
I've got.
spend your trader tickets like as you get them?
I've got.
I
well, I've
kid
got
you not. I think I have
800
like 1,200, and I know players have like 1,400, like 1,600.
Yeah, I've
I'm
got
double
about
checking.
1,500 trader tickets.
I haven't got many
There you
traders.
go.
I've got
That's
couple of
a
videos
number.
that
That's a
just
number.
Show the actual pattern to the trader tickets, because people didn't believe that there is an actual pattern to trader tickets.
Yeah,
so
there is. 23 crate cycle
But-
it is.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to let the viewers watching know that that's a good tip right there to, prepare yourself for upgrades for the 25, HQ25. You've got millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of resources sitting in those trader tickets. We're not upgrading our heroes, well, at least maybe we'll get an upgrade. Maybe it'd be nice to get, what is it, Taunt 7 or
Do you
Battle
think
Order
we'll get
7.
a hero? Do you think we'll see hero upgrades? I think they're
A new
overpowered
hero,
as it is.
I don't think so. A
I think
new
the two-
hero, I don't think so.
I think we might
but
get
a
hero
hero-
levels, but abilities will stay level 5, I think.
Oh, so, sorry, 5 is the max level, correct?
I think so, yeah.
6.
Is it 6? Is
Oh,
it?
okay, yeah. So I was saying, I think it would be nice. Okay, sorry, I'm back in game now. Yeah, so bullets max taunt is 6. Shock knuckles, everything is 6. I think it would be cool. Let's get a stronger hero ability. Let's get level 7. Just like for the protos on defense, it would be cool to get proto level 4. Let's get hero ability 7. That would be new. That would be exciting.
I think with
hero
offense,
ability 7 needs to come hand in hand with buffed and better defenses. Otherwise, it's just it's making offense even more OP.
Yeah, like I said, I think we might see hero levels, like the actual heroes themselves, but I don't think ability levels will change again. I don't think they'll go.
You know what? I would absolutely.
If they were to buff Bullet's abilities again, that'd be basically back to where he was when they nerfed him before.
No.
Oh yeah, 12, 11 and a half or 12 tile taunt.
That was more about his range.
I know it was more about his range.
Taunt range was ridiculous.
Yeah, but they did his damage and his health in that as well at the same time.
Yeah, but the taunt range is what really made taunt OP.
Yeah, even though it was broken, but yeah.
Oh, it was broken to begin with, but yeah, I mean, like even Bullet now, I think it's 6 tiles, or they literally reduced it in half.
Yeah.
For anyone, I know a lot of the OGs in the chat right now. You know, Petrick, Mans, APAC, pretty much everyone. Jesus Christ, they remember, you know, pre-nerf Bullet. You know, where his taunt literally. I remember the reaction from the community when Bullet got nerfed.
I've still got some clips saved on Telegram.
The memes alone were just hilarious.
Yeah. I've still got some old school clips. I remember taking down a base that had 3 level 3 shield gens and something like 6 boosted ice, and I took it down with unboosted warriors using Bullet Taunt and Speed Serum. And Speed Serum with warriors, we just ripped straight through it.
Nothing else. There was no shocks or anything, was there?
Yeah, that's right.
You didn't need it. No, Bullet's covering half the freaking map.
Yeah, didn't need it. Man.
The cooker ring became an absolute joke.
Oh yeah, that too. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
pre-Bullet nerf was huge, guys. I really, like that was nice.
Yeah, he was good. But like I said, I don't think ability levels will go up, but maybe their general level might. But I don't know. We'll see.
Well, Bullet Max is out right now at level 10, Sparky at level 15, Kavan at 19, and Brick is the boss. She goes up to 23. So I mean, how much more health and damage can we, you know, add to them? Maybe.
I'm not sure.
I think as far as heroes go, I would rather see a new hero than new hero levels to what we've got. I know that's probably stretching it, and we're likely to not see a new hero.
I would love to see that as well.
I think a 5th hero with different abilities. I don't know how you do it. Maybe could you have a flying hero?
I was about to say we need a flying hero.
I was just thinking that a flying, yes, that would be awesome. A flying hero.
I think if we were to get a flying hero, it'd be a Warships only hero.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Because everything goes into.
Well, what about the character, the character, the captain for Warships? You know, they made him an actual character, and we see him, but he's not actually in the game.
This is true.
Let's make him a hero.
Yeah, let's make him a hero.
You know, he even wears a green, I think, fragment around his neck as well. You know, he's supporting the resources.
Just have Rick transition to a man.
You can't do that. Rek would be all kinds of upset.
Yeah.
Or would he?
Here's an interesting question then. This question then, right? This one's going to divide the community big time if it happens. Do you think Scorchers will get nerfed? I'm 100% sure they're going to get nerfed.
I'm for it. I
would stake my reputation on it.
I've been preaching this before. I've said this many times before. Yeah, they're too damn strong. I love them. You know, drop them, drink tea, let them destroy. But they are too strong.
Well,
See,
I've got 8 boats of Scorchers. I've got 8 boats of Scorchers saved on my saved as a loadout under the title Force Close.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's right.
Yeah, 100% right.
You know, map. You can clear a full map. Boosted Scorchers will clear a full map in 7 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You can do it faster with warriors if you get real.
No, you can literally do it in 2 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
I've not.
It all depends on.
Yeah, Force Close.
Depends on how long it takes.
Okay, Force Close. Yes. Nothing's beating that. You are correct.
Depends on how long it takes your tablet to boot or your phone to boot up. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's it. I think it was Driver Dude asked if we think Seekers are going to get nerfed. Maybe. I think that's a possibility.
That's strictly a warship troop, though.
Yeah,
Like
I
we
would-
know they're not coming to main island ever.
I would expect
Seekers
Sorry,
can't come
guys.
to main island.
I would expect to see a Seeker nerf at some point, but I don't think it'll be with HQ25. And I
The
don't
thing
think.
with Seekers,
I think the nerf will be GBE cost or.
GBE cost, I think, would be more appropriate.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Much,
going to be
much
won't be
more
damage
appropriate.
or speed or help. It'll be a GBE cost, I think. Just to balance
Yeah,
it
because
just a
like,
touch.
main island would be funny
If
though.
you're running a 7 GBE account, who cares? Because you can drop 6 boats anyway.
Yeah.
Of
So, I mean,
Scorchers.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
well, you can drop 8 boats. If you're running a 7 GBE account, I've got 2 7.4s that I use for ops. And if you're running 7 GBE unboosted, you can still drop them all. If you're boosted, you'd still be able to drop them all and not even worry about map clearing.
Yep.
It would make absolutely zero difference.
I think map clearing's become so much of a chore now that I think a lot, if not all, Max players are probably force closing their map at this point.
Maybe not that.
How do you make map
Maybe not the
clearing
higher level
more
players.
interesting though?
You don't. It's always going to be.
It's always going to be
glorious-
mundane,
No.
isn't it? Unless we get some new
Yeah.
troops that are like super fun to use, and it's never going to be any different. Maybe something
Or-
achievement related, possibly.
Or
I'd love to see
what
some new
about
achievements.
What about if you got extra rewards for defeating a base with a type of, so let's say you have Warriors week, not where the Warriors are boosted, but for every map or every base you defeat with Warriors, you also gain 1 power powder.
Anything that promotes powder, yeah, I'm for. Because I don't
I
know how
got so
to.
much powder already. I couldn't care less about powder.
I'm not one of those players. I'm one of those players that is always struggling for the power powder. So the fact you mentioned that as a reward, yeah, I'm for it, man.
I'm trying to get rid of my powder so I can finally quit.
It doesn't have to be. It could be extra intel. It could be guaranteed intel.
I calculated. I used the Lurker bot to calculate how much powder my account's actually got. It's like it's 4,600 and something powder. It is something stupid like that. I got
You know what?
3,500
I like
already
that.
in powder. Like,
We're talking about
But,
like
I mean,
what you
Try
have
it
still
with
in
less offense.
shards,
But
fragments,
I
and
did
crystals.
your leaderboard map with unboosted warriors.
Spock's in the chat. Try it with less offense.
Not try it with less
I did
offense.
his with unboosted warriors, and I think what was it, 1.2 million
Yeah,
on the core?
yeah, something like that.
I think.
Yeah,
I'm not saying specifically powder, but to have map clearing with a specific troop give a greater reward or a different reward. I mean, one thing would be like an extra key or couple of keys, but that only benefits warship players, and it needs to be something that is more related to the main base.
and Nuno did say in the interview that there would be no crossover. There'll be nothing that you can do on the main base
and that's why that would.
to earn warships
That's why
rewards,
that would be
or yeah,
Yeah,
Or vice versa.
and that's right.
Yeah.
That's quite right.
Yeah, but we already
Whatever you clear
get
on the
main
base.
we already get main base rewards in terms of intel, shards, wood, stone, all that kind of stuff. But he did confirm on the chicken video that there'd be nothing that would bring warships rewards from the main island. So you couldn't clear your map and earn keys to unlock stuff in the tech tree, you know?
No.
Which I think, to be fair, is probably a good thing in terms of balancing, because people would just go out there, cane their map, and just get streaks ahead on warships. You know?
That right there would completely change the dynamics of warships. You know,
Yeah,
the fact that
absolutely.
you can, get 2 million of upgrade tokens just by clearing your map. Yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
dynamic for warships change needs to come from choice nodes, and how many there are, and the potential paths you can take, rather than sort of extra rewards from the main base. That's where warships needs to be improved. That's my belief.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot different between warships and the main island, isn't there? But
I
Well,
don't.
that's why
I-
they're
both
separate to
are
begin with,
but-
right? Because they
Yeah,
are
it's
two
main.
separate games. I mean, like I like that. When you collect your chests and warships, you get intel, and intel does help for main island because it helps for operations. So that's one way that warships does actually help and benefit your main island. But to have the other way around, where main island benefits warships, no, I think that right there would be kind of crossing the line,
Warships
and then
is
it
too
just changes the
individual to
dynamics.
be able to do that.
Yes, yeah.
Well, a bit like the builder base on Clash of Clans, Warships is supposed to be a side game to the main game.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
it's become the main game.
I think because Warships deals with live PvP, it becomes the main game, which then brings you back to that one thing that people are crying out for on the main island, which is Task Force versus Task Force.
Yep.
That, I think, is the
Apex Prey in the chat.
That's the
I can imagine the first word that would probably come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Task Force versus Task Force has been talked about for years and years, and they've already said that they're not going to do it.
Yeah, that's been like it's been shut down. Like
that right there.
it's been
I think
shut
it's
down.
stupid.
But now that that's
I
been
just
shut down recently, that right there is a huge kick in the nuts to the community. Because before Nuno took over, and when Warships was very first added out, I'm going to go in my old historian hat right now, and I'm going to go on the record and say we were told that Warships was going to be laying the foundations for the code needed to run Task Force versus Task Force. That we were told.
I can remember Drew saying that, sat on a sofa with a couple of was it the developers?
That's right. It was a developer video. Yeah.
I think that's also back when they had a lot more people working on the game, and there was a lot more hype in it as well.
Maybe.
But
maybe.
Yeah, I do recall those videos as well.
Yeah, maybe. But the fact that that was originally the plan, and they went public with that info, and then backtracked on it, I think that's a bit naughty. Just my opinion. And then just to roll out,
that's a kick.
Then just to roll out some
in the
HQ updates, which they have been refusing to do for years. I mean, how long did people cry for HQ 23? Years. And they were always saying, no, we're not going to do any more HQs. It makes the game too long for new starting players. Rah, rah, rah. And then what do they do? We've had 3 now with HQ 25.
But, okay, so anyone who knows anything about the game and has followed Boom Beach sort of history and is aware of, we're kind of skirting around the main issue. And that is the question of, is it dying?
Yep.
Because at the end of the day,
I'm gonna abstain from making a response on this one.
I won't abstain from making a comment on this. I think
at the end of the day,
they've clearly
Boom
stated
Beach,
there's not going to be any more major updates to the game. They've clearly stated that. There's not. Which I think they're doing themselves out of pocket with all of us in this chat right now have been in this game for years, and we love the game, and we've built a community around it. And I think it's a real shame that they're not actively looking at ways like Task Force versus Task Force or other ways to improve the main game. And what they've done is brought out a side game to try and keep it alive. But I mean, for people like me, I don't play that side game. It doesn't interest me at all. It's too time heavy for a player like me to be able to compete. A lot like Crab. Like I used to be able to compete at Crab, and I used to do quite well. But for me, Warships is way too time consuming. I've got 2 kids. I've got a job where I work weekends and everything else. So the push times aren't right for me. And I think there's a lot of other people who feel quite similar.
100%.
Well, I do want to agree with you on a lot what you mentioned there. I mean, like one thing, every player can definitely relate to you in one way or another on that one. The game it's definitely not what it used to be. Paulie Jr. in the chat right there mentioned something here, and I'm just going to add on it. Without this community and you boom tubers, this game would be dead. What I was going to mention is that as long as there are still Boom Beach content creators, as long as they're
Oh, you dropped out there, Skull.
Scully dropped out.
What happened there?
1 second, am I still here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you are now,
I'm muted. I don't know how the heck that just muted. Anyways, all I was saying is as long as there's still BoomTubers to do their part to keep this game alive, it's still going to be alive. We know that there's no... We know that the Task Force versus Task Force, no new heroes, no new skins, all this amazing stuff we want to see that's being implemented in other Supercell games, we know it's not coming. And,
Yeah.
you know,
And that's the
it
sad
comes down
thing,
to the
though,
passion that we have for this game and, you know, this love-hate relationship that we continuously play with it. Yeah, as long as we keep, you know,
MB,
doing our thing.
I'll do that for you after the stream, buddy. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, I saw that thing.
Chris Alpha there. The game has huge potential, in my opinion, but developers can't see that, or they don't care. Axe Derby, all the developers have to do is listen to the community, and the game could be so much more. But I think, you know, the bottom line is that Boom Beach is a branch of the business that is Supercell, and when they stack it up alongside Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, it just doesn't make the same amount of money. And if you had a business, if you were running a business and one branch of it wasn't performing as well as as other branches, where would you invest your capital? Are you going to invest it in the successful branches of that business, or are you going to invest it in the unsuccessful branches of that business?
Okay, I'll answer that straight away. I'll tell you right now where it should be is the fact that anybody right now can go on the Supercell website and look at their motto and their you know, their thesis of what of their games and stuff. And the one thing they say is their games, they want to stand the test of time.
The test of time.
They want games to be played for generations, you know, years and years and years. And not investing in a game is not how you do that. Just saying.
Can I just put this from a business point of view, though? So I work for quite a big chain in the UK, and we closed 70 restaurants last year. Okay, one of them was the one that I was working in, but we closed them simply because those restaurants didn't make sense to keep open, and then because, you know, the revenue that they were making wasn't enough. So if you look at it from that point of view, then, you know, it's not really a surprise if Boom Beach isn't making that revenue. Then from a company point of view, why would they keep it open?
This is true. You know, you have got to look at it with not skeptical, but logical eyes. You are, you know, you're right. You only got to look at the different sizes in the channels and to know the difference in revenue. They might not tell us directly exactly what the difference is, but you can see just from the channel sizes on YouTube that Boom is by far the baby brother of Clash Royale and Clash of Clans, you know.
But to continue that analogy, Beast,
it would be of Clash of Clans, because Clash of Clans was their first baby. That was
their flagship.
First, I believe, successful baby.
Yeah, it's the flagship game now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there were a few games that I think came out that died before, and even still a couple that have came out after and died. Rush Wars, rip. But yeah, no, definitely on that one.
This is it. I mean, Soul Shifter says in the chat, "I will play Boom until they turn the lights off." That's a fair point. I think most people will, especially like the OGs and the Boom tubers and stuff.
And all the while, those people are developing enough.
Just quickly, I'm just going to highlight this comment here though. Kerndog, they make billions. What the F are you talking about? That's not the point, though.
Yeah, that's not the point.
the point here is that we're making is that you cut off a dead branch. That, you know.
You say they make billions. I'm telling you right now, Boom Beach is not making billions.
Do you know why they're making billions?
Boom Beach has never
billions.
Boom Beach has never made £1 billion in his life.
Clash of Clans.
Boom has never made billions. Millions, yes, not billions. Only Clash of Clans makes billions.
Yeah.
But yeah, just Kerndall, real quick, yeah, like I was saying a minute ago, go look at the Boom Beach channel, right, and look how many subscribers they got. Go to Clash of Clans, look how many subscribers they got, look at the difference. Go to their Facebook pages, look at the difference in followers. That tells you everything you need to know. No, that tells you everything you need to know.
Boom Beach YouTube channel uploaded the Clone Rifleman Proto Troop video, okay? I think if you go to that channel now, it's been up for over a week. I think it's got like 31,000 views? You look at the newest Brawl Stars or Clash of Clans video that's been uploaded, you're in the double digits of millions.
Yeah.
Again, I was setting up my
32,000
phone
views, 6
tablet
days.
this week.
Yeah, 32,000 views.
On
I can
the
get,
Galaxy.
Us boom tubers get more views than that on some videos.
Some of the videos, yeah. Cosmic
100%.
Duo is probably it's popping out more than that.
Yeah, easy. That tells you how
On the
small the
Galaxy
following
Play
is.
game, on the Galaxy Play game app, it shows you how many Galaxy users have been using.
Yeah, Samsung users.
Samsung users have been using a particular game over a period of time. And if you look at Boom Beach, you look at it over the last month, the last 6 months, the last 12 months, and the curve is just ever so slightly down. Every month, it's just a few less than the previous month. And I agree with a lot of people in the chat that there's a lot of people that are saying, I'll play it until the lights go out, I'll play till the end. And that's all the while it's generating enough to wipe its feet, to break even.
Just to maintain it.
To break even, they'll keep supporting it. But what you have to look at is, as that revenue drops, as less and less players, the support that it gets will also drop.
It's about what you plow your money into. That's the main thing. We already know that the actual development team for Boom Beach compared to their other games is very, very small.
To be fair though,
spot on.
Just to be fair though, Supercell works in small teams out of mandate. They're all of the game teams are small. Boom is probably smaller, but all of the teams are small. None of the teams have got like thousands of employees. I think the most any of the games have got is about a team of about 15 or 20. That's any of the games. So I'm
pretty sure the Boom Beach team is a lot smaller than that.
I think it's about 4 or 5 on the Boom team. I think it's about 4 or 5.
Something,
I can't remember off the top of my head, but to be honest, I don't see how that's a relevant point, because just because the team's small, they can get an update together. They can put it up together. There's loads of games out there right now. Yeah, they've got small teams of developers and people working on the game, and they're rolling out updates every couple of months, and they're huge, and people are loving it. Team size is irrelevant, especially when you're working for Supercell, who literally tell you, here's the game. We trust you to go and do
I
what.
have to disagree with you on that.
We trust you to do what you think the game deserves, and they let the development team just get on with it. The CMs, converse with the communities and stuff. Then they converse with the devs. The devs make decisions, and they develop the game. There's no sort of oversight. Do you know what I mean? There's no manager who's making the final decisions on the game. It's all down to the dev team.
Well, they're the ones
I'm going
voting
to
and making the
disagree
changes.
with you on that.
Go on.
Just because if you're talking about output, and you're talking about the amount that can be put out even by a small team. Yes, things can be put out. I'm not going to disagree with that at all, because it can be. But talking from someone who runs a business, actually, you can put out content. You can put out a certain level, but is that level actually going to be able to satisfy your customers?
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
So,
yeah, no, I hear what
so
you're
for
saying.
me, I run a restaurant, and 2 weeks ago, I was 30% up on the previous year. Sorry, not the previous year, the one before that. We didn't count last year because of COVID. But I was 30% up on my sales, and that was a record sales week. So for me, I'm putting content out. I'm putting everything out.
Yeah.
But actually, the quality of the content was shit. No, it was. Like, there's no nice way around it.
I
The quality of the
expecting
content
that.
was awful. Do you know what I mean?
think that there's,
Yeah, no,
think there's
I know what you
another-
mean. I know what you mean. Yeah.
There's another
So-
thing in play here that Soul Shifters just said in the chat. I'm happy to give them £10 per account per month. It's cheaper per month. It's cheaper than one night in the bar. Which it is, and there's a lot of us that kind of advocate that, you know, that Boom for a month is cheaper than any other hobby. But
Yeah.
I don't know about over there in Canada and other countries in the world, but here in the
I just
UK,
comment.
there seems to be this taboo about paying money for mobile games.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think that taboo more so might just come with the demographic at the individual. Before, when I was, believe it or not, younger, I was against it. Like in my early 20s, I did not want to do it for the life of me. I think it wasn't until I did it on the one account, and it wasn't until after I started my YouTube channel that I do it now actively on 3 accounts. And in Canada, it's $13.99. There's $3 tax now, so it's $16. I believe it's $48 a month for me. $48 a month Canadian. To do IT on 3 accounts, and that's still cheaper than me ordering, dinner, for me and my brother
It's
for the
super
day.
cheap.
Yeah.
People moan about the price of the stuff in game. I think it's too cheap. Honestly, I really do. I mean,
Oh, don't say that. Don't give him any ideas.
no, right. But do you remember we were getting?
I think it's
do you remember we were getting
exceptional
instant
value for
training
money.
on buy one get one free though? How cool was that?
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh. Okay, you know what?
they were
Let's
the
be
days.
honest here. The 2-for-1 special for instant trading before they changed it was probably one of the best unintended features.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they let us keep that
But
for like
private-
what, 2 years as well, didn't they?
Oh yeah,
Driving
they
there in
did.
the
Yeah,
chat,
they did.
My wife said she'd rather me spend $30 on 3 accounts than be out at the bar every night. And then,
See,
and
yeah,
I think,
well said to that one,
fair-
Driver. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a fair comment.
after many months of various disputes, my other half came round to the same way of thinking. But
That's because she
yeah,
gets to see you in
it's,
these
know,
awesome blow-up costumes now. That's what it is. There's other perks that come with booming now, isn't there, Martin?
yeah, I'm not sure perks is the right word.
Well, it's for us.
Um,
there are
yeah,
perks.
I mean,
Moist Toast is hitting the nail on the head there, though. I think it's a principal thing lots of people won't spend on a mobile game.
yeah, that's what I said. That's what
That
I'm
is
saying.
true.
That it's
There is
just-
that stigma, isn't there?
You know, it's just this thing. They'll quite happily go out and spend 60, 70 quid on the latest version of FIFA or Tiger Woods Golf, or whatever the game of choice is at the moment. You're showing my age there. But,
Yeah.
you know, when it comes to subscribing to a mobile, they'll happily subscribe to Netflix or to Spotify or to these. But when it comes to subscribe and spending money on mobile games, it's in the UK. Like maybe it is an age thing, like Scully was saying, a demographic. But the people that I talk to on a daily basis, work colleagues, friends. They're a lot of them are that. Oh, I wouldn't spend money on a mobile game. Well, why not? They're providing you a service.
You would if you enjoyed it.
that
That's
you
the thing.
enjoy.
If you enjoy something,
they're
you're
providing it.
Yeah.
Obviously it's a little bit different for Aaron and myself and the other boom tubers because we rely on this for our content. This is what we do. We can easily justify. But then again, going back to I'd rather spend this than spend it on a night in the bar, and you get a full month out of it. It comes down to whether you want to do it or not. I mean, like if you don't want to buy instant training, great. If you do, great. I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and the good thing about Boom is, I know I'm going to get lit up in the comments for this, is spending money versus not spending money generally doesn't make much difference in Boom. Don't hate me, don't kill me. I get it. Warships is the exception to that, but when it comes to like the normal everyday player who's map clearing for their intel for their ops, they're doing an op hit every day. They might do a couple of open their chests or something on Warships, might do 50, 60 stages of crab for the trophies and call it a day. That's their booming experience on a daily or a monthly basis. Those people who spend £10 buying instant training to do that versus somebody who doesn't spend £10 on instant training, their experiences aren't that different. One's not having it easier than the other. So with Boom, it's not a cash grab game, is what I'm trying to get at. It's not. And I think that's where the problem is for me, is it's not enough of a cash grab. That's why it's not making. Look at Clash of Clans, yeah? They got the season pass, they got all sorts of stuff going on every month, and it's all about paying into it and paying into it and paying into it. That's why they make so much money. Boom has no season pass. We need something like that, because something like that with exclusive rewards like skins and extra perks for different things or something like that would make it worth spending £5 on a season, and that right there would generate more money, plus instant training, plus diamonds for the people who are leveling up and stuff, would make more money for the game, and eventually, ultimately, should lead to more investment in the game.
Aaron, I want to touch on that for 1 second if I can.
Go on.
Just because this is going to sound silly on my end, but you mentioned skins, and I know for a fact that they're not coming to the game. They're never coming to the game.
Yeah, I know.
But something as simple as that would make me so happy as a player.
Mate, I would put my hand in my pocket
bullet
for
in
every
a
single
ballerina outfit,
I'll tell you what, if we end up seeing Bullet in a ballerina outfit, I want a percentage of that.
But okay, I was just using that as a funny example, but just anything, I want Brick in, a chef's costume, I want Kavan, dressed as a firefighter, just something ridiculous, man. Give us something.
Skins. I would put my hand in my pocket for every single skin they bring out. Every time.
Yeah.
Collectibles and unlockables.
I would
and
too.
like that. And collectibles
Imagine
and
some
unlockables.
of the memes that we could create using characters with skins.
Yeah. And you know what the best thing about it is? How easy it would be to implement it in Boom Beach, regardless of what they say about the old code and all that nonsense, is the fact that they wouldn't even need to hire anybody to create the skins. They already have a system in place where people can, submit artwork to the team, and they pick the skins that go in game. They do it for Brawl Stars. They do it for Clash of Clans.
I've been playing, Brawl Stars occasionally on the side, and when I log into Brawl Stars and I go into their menu and just see the weekly new skins they have available for their brawlers, and just I cringe because I'm just like, I want this for Boom Beach so bad.
I know. It annoys me as well. It really does. It really does. I mean, Boom Beach could be. I think Boom could be bigger than Clash if they just knuckled down and just put some investment into it, a bit of advertising, some unlockables and some skins and some ways to make some money in game, and we'll be laughing.
Someone said in the chat a moment ago that Clash of Clans seems to be a lot of teenagers playing with their mum's purse or their dad's wallet, whereas the demographic for Boom Beach seems to be more, let's say, middle-aged men. Obviously.
It's fair to say that.
It's an older demographic. It is an older demographic playing Boom. You're right, 100%.
You spread that term middle-aged out to sort of like mid to late 20s through to. So I mean, we've got people in the forum there who are in their 60s and 70s, haven't we?
I've got two members in my main TF OG20 that are, I believe, in their 60s. Yeah, Foghat and
There's some in their 80s. I know that.
Yeah, there are people.
Sure.
There are a lot of people who are a lot older playing Boom, and that's just the way it is. Which you would think, in terms of when you think about it logically, these people who are playing Boom of the older generation, chances are they're going to have more disposable income that they could put into a game.
A lot more disposable income, yes.
Than what a child.
You're 60.
They're going to be spending more than
But the problem
is using his mom's phone, whatever.
Yeah, but the problem is there's just nothing to spend it on in Boom Beach that's worth spending it on. Instant training is the only thing that's really worth any money in Boom
It's the only thing worth it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Unless you're a warship pusher and you buy the Admiral key, that might have benefit. Other than that, no, I agree with you.
Yeah, no, that's it. But instant training is
like a low VP pusher.
And then 100%. The extra builders every time there's an HQ. I'll get extra builders for a month, possibly 2 months, while I smash through those resources. Because, like you said earlier, Skull, you've got all of those resources available to you, but you spend $1.99 on the extra builders, you get that smashed through even quicker. Use those resources. You want to try and leave as minimal in storage for people to raid as possible. So yeah, you pay that couple of quid, get the extra builders, but that's it. Where is the money generated for Boom Beach?
This is it.
You've got instant training.
And
who buys diamonds anymore?
The annoying thing
I used to before the instant training days.
Yeah.
Diamonds was my instant training.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
same. But you see,
the only time I ever bought diamonds, I would spend maybe 99p if I was really, really close to.
Yeah, I used to buy
an upgrade that I really wanted.
Do you remember back in the day when I first become sort of more active on Facebook? and a moderator and stuff, I put a post up showing all my transaction history in the App Store for Boom Beach, and I'd calculated roughly how much it all was. It was like it's 700 and something pound at the time. That right now would be astronomical compared to what that was back then. It makes £700 look like loose change, you know, but quite happy to spend it. More than happy to spend it on the game, or I was. But it needs more ways to generate that income. That's what Boom is lacking. Big time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And something as simple as a skin.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That the community itself could create for free.
Yeah.
And you know what? Put it in the shop. You know what? Put it up there for 99 cents, a buck, whatever. That itself, I think, would create enough hype just to get some people to get something new.
Skins.
I'd quite happily design a load of them.
Yeah, I would as well. Skins, emotes, special perks for a few days, like a week of instant training for completing an achievement or something like that to earn it. A season pass. I know I keep saying season pass. I know it's not coming to Boom. It's not going to happen. Nuno said that in Chicken's video because Chicken brought this up with him.
He did. Yeah, he did.
He brought the same issue thing up about a Boom pass with Nuno, and he said no, it's not going to happen. So
you know what? Going back to that interview, a lot of things were shut down, man. Like not even shut down, just like they were known that it's not happening.
Just reconfirm that what we already knew. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, how do we as a community get Supercell to backtrack on these decisions and decide to try and push Boom a little bit? You can't, can you?
You put money through it.
That's
this
a difficult question to answer.
This is it. I mean, HQs and that I don't think are going to cut it. I really don't. I don't think HQs are adding enough per update for people to put their hand in their pocket for one, and two, to even bother playing it at all.
No, it really isn't.
I don't think it's. I don't
For
think
me, I've already gone through 24 HQ levels of upgrading all the defences. I've done that. It's done. I've maxed out absolutely everything. The only thing I haven't maxed out is all the hero abilities. And that's simply because most of them are useless, and I'm saving up the ticket to be able to fast upgrade on the next update.
Same here,
yeah.
But when you do that, you're going to be left with a load of hero tokens, and then you'll finish upgrading your heroes because there's nothing else to spend
Possibly.
on. Usually I would use my resource boat, which I haven't collected since the last update, and all the diamonds that I saved as well. I mean, I've saved 25,000 diamonds since the last update, but I'm not going to be using them this time. I'm going to use the resource boat, not the diamonds.
It's funny there because you and I used to track at about the same rate with diamonds, didn't we? But I've spent a hell of a lot of diamonds on warship proto changes, on the the choice node changes.
Same here, Martin. There's been some seasons I've easily gone through 2,000. Some days you're switching the same damn proto like 3 times.
Yeah.
And once you get to 1,000, it maxes, so it's always 1,000.
That's because we're Warships pushers.
Exactly. Yeah.
This season I haven't pushed as hard. I made my first proto change the other. I didn't realise it was my first change until I went in there and saw that it cost me 100 diamonds. I was like, oh, okay. Normally on the sort of final weekend, you're up to sort of 700-800 diamonds per change, if not more.
See, Ben Washington and Jack just said, no one really likes upgrading things. It gets boring after a while.
Yep.
That right there is exactly. I love being max level. I love being max level and not having to do map clearing to farm resources to do upgrades that take 3 days. All that stuff. That drove me mental maxing my accounts. Hence why I ended up buying diamonds and stuff to do it, or using my diamonds and stuff to do it. But on the flip side of that, there are a lot of people out there who do enjoy doing that side of the game, and it is the only time that higher level players are going to put their hand in the pocket for diamonds to finish off a couple of upgrades if they're short, if they've got the resources for the next one, but the time is still ticking, That's the only time.
So Jano there in the chat saying, how do you have so many diamonds? Do you all spend money?
I've just saved them from doing operations.
Yeah. Your daily upload.
Diamonds.
This is
collecting them off
the
map.
This is the thing, is that we don't spend money on diamonds.
Yeah. Don't need
because
to.
they come from so many sources.
Yeah.
I mean, how many diamonds do you make on crab pushing to higher
Christ.
levels?
Loads. Probably 1,000
Stupid
more.
amounts.
Yeah, a couple of thousand each crab.
You know, how many we generate a fair few diamonds through Warship. If you didn't spend diamonds on proto changes, a standard Warships player probably would generate another 100 diamonds a season.
I think it depends on if you have instant training as well. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of us that are playing on our main base are using instant training, so there's absolutely no need to ever use those diamonds.
Yeah, there was a guy in the chat earlier saying that that he spends a lot of diamonds on his account, a lot of diamonds on his account without IT, and that's basically the thing, is IT is cheaper than diamonds.
Yeah, it is by a long way.
Yeah,
You know, it's more value for money than diamonds. Yes, you can spend less money on diamonds, but certainly, if you're playing the game like we do as a hobby, then
Miss Beatrix, you said.
I make that most days, 50 diamonds.
Yeah.
Most days.
Yeah, that's
Because I just collect my diamonds for my resource boat.
Yeah.
I collect diamonds if I can from the intel boat, and then 24 to 29 diamonds per rock. That's 50 diamonds a day.
Yeah.
Just
Not
very
to
quickly,
mention, the 10 you're going to pick up on your map from chess.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah,
then
a few free
obviously
ones there as well.
you've got the community. I've got I'm sure
Intel
it's
dumpers.
only...
We haven't even mentioned Intel dumpers. Or,
Yeah, Intel Shield as well. I got loads from that.
Shield, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
I've got only me on my map. I'm sure it's only me. It's Kooky the cat, and he's probably dumped to me, I would say, close to 1,000 diamonds now.
He's just said in the chat, I'll send you some diamonds, Martin, in about 30 minutes.
I logged on the other day when we had, I think it was after Crab, we had, obviously he had a ton of gold to burn, and we had cheap Zookas at the time, and my log just, I don't know, I just couldn't scroll back far enough. It was just drops from Kooky, and each one is 7 diamonds because he's doing a full drop every time.
A full drop, yes.
Consistently.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. I noticed that when the player knows you, it's normally a full drop, and they go very generous. Instead of the standard 1 or 2 boats of riflemen, you see a shield, okay, drop your boats, let them die, retreat, okay, there's my dump, leave it at that. But if you know somebody, no, then they are very generous.
I do all 7 boats of warriors, and I do that probably 10 times for everyone I see.
I'll do warriors or riflemen, yeah, same here.
Unless there's
I just go ham with it just to make it worth doing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, only me's been just incredible since I've been on his map. It's just
Davey Boy in the chat.
Every day.
Davey Boy nailed it.
Yeah.
Those are the garbage. I'm sorry, they're garbage offers. I'm going to say it.
They are
absolute garbage offers.
Yeah, absolute crap. I know. I don't know if you've seen it, Skull, but on Slack, somebody asked if anybody ever pays or buys these deals. The most ridiculous ones are like £30 for nothing that you couldn't get off your map.
What are you getting? Like millions of wood, millions of. I think one of the titles was like upgrade your hero, and it was like I think like 10 hero tokens, like millions of each resource or something, and it was like well in Canada it might be a little bit more, but £30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Kay's had a lot of diamonds from me.
But somebody asked on Slack.
I've got 2 of Kay's accounts on my map.
Someone asked on Slack if anybody ever pays for that and anybody ever buys it, and the answer was that people do. So they walk among us, people. They are out there. People are buying these deals.
They're among us.
Do you know what I mean?
You poor souls. I'm sorry.
They are. They're out there. They're real. People are paying for these deals. Somebody somewhere is funding these stupid ass deals. They need to pack it in so Supercell can get grip. Sorry.
Yeah.
Little mini rant right there. Sorry about that.
They are the majority of the people that aren't part of the community, that don't know about how to
legitimate ways to farm it.
Resources are like the easiest things to obtain in Boom Beach. You shouldn't.
If you know how to do it.
You should never be paying money for resources ever.
But again, they've just hit nail on the head. If you know how to do it, and that's the main point there, isn't it? Is the fact that if you're not in the community, then actually you probably don't have much of an idea. And the little tips and hints and everything else that we give out.
Yeah, the strategy
daily.
The strategy side of it, and You know,
I reckon we could change the playing experience for well over 90% of Boom Beach players.
yeah, easily.
When we as a community, not just exclusively BBTFRG,
Dom.
you know,
Dom's right. Yeah.
Are you guys laughing at Dom's comment?
Thank you, guys, but please stop, please. For your own sake,
point,
just
man.
don't do it, everyone. Christ, that was a shake, isn't it?
but if all of those players knew how to play properly, they'd all, I say properly, that's probably the wrong word, but if they knew how to play the way we play, they'd all sink their money into instant training, because that gives you all the resources you need, and that's cheaper than the £18 or £30 for the ridiculous offers that they put in, which is then gonna, you know, if you've got everyone's committing to £10 a month, that surely is going to give Supercell more incentive to move the game forward than just these, you know, the random purchases.
Yeah.
You would think. The real question is, do the devs watch this? Nuno does.
Nuno does. I mean,
Nuno
obviously
does.
I can't speak if he's watching at this moment,
I
but
can't
he
tell
has watched.
He normally is. He's probably lurking, but
I wouldn't blame Nuno for not comment. If he is watching and you are out there, Nuno, I wouldn't blame you for not commenting, because we know what would come, you know, we would know what would be coming your way, and we've got every sympathy with you as the yeah, we are. But I don't
if he
think
was
it's
to pop
without-
in and say hi, half of our responses would be telling the chat, okay, guys, stop bombarding Nuno with questions. Okay, stop bombarding with questions.
exactly,
Stop
yeah,
bombarding
that's
with
what
questions.
normally
Can I just highlight some?
Yeah.
Can I just highlight something? Just
Of course,
a second.
yeah.
So Bob Carroll has just put in the chat, I've never seen one of my task force mates on my map over the years I've played. So
that's because they're in your task force.
I'm not gonna be mean on this, Bob. You can't actually spawn one of your task force players on your map. So the thing is, this is where the community comes into it. Of, you know, I've met a lot of people through Boom, and I know a lot of game names, and that's why I've spawned people that I know. And that kind of thing, that kind of comment is the whole reason why being part of the community can give you that information of actually you.
Fun fact.
Someone who you know.
Fun fact. You can't spawn anybody who's in your task force with you. That's correct. However, if you leave the task force and then spawn them while you're out, which does happen, you can then go back to the task force so that you're in the same task force with each other and still attack each other.
I don't know if Wild Bill is in the chat right now, but this is an example. He spawned me, he joined my TF a while, and we were in the same TF, and I was on his map, and he would do drops for me while we were in the same TF. But it's because of what you mentioned, Aaron.
Yeah, you've got to spawn each other outside of the task force. You cannot spawn your own teammates whilst you're in a task force with each other. Doesn't work like that. That's how the game doesn't match people in the same task force. That's hard coded into the game. That never happens. But if you go hopping, or if you're in a different task force with an alt account or whatever, then yeah, you can. People spawn each other all the time. People spawn their own accounts because they're not in the same task force with each other.
Just very quickly, Habib McKay is in the chat, and they said, for HQ18, is it okay to have 2 resource rewards guardians, or should I replace them with GBE? I already have 2 GBE guardians and a masterpiece, of course. It would take a while to answer that, but we've got a video on our channel, and it's called How to Upgrade Your Account for Free. And Aaron goes into real detail there about how to do that, about how to get those resources,
I'll put a link in the chat,
when to get them, and he'll give you enough information in that video for you to make your own decision. Because we can't tell you, because a lot of it depends on how you play, how
play the game.
Play.
Yeah.
But that video, how to upgrade your account for free on our in our channel, that will give you the answers you need, Habib.
Fun fact: that's our most viewed video. That one. Yeah. Got like 45,000 views or something like that. I don't know.
I've got a resource video on my channel too that's at like 29. That's like my second most popular video as well. People love hearing about the resources.
They love anything that's for free.
Yeah.
Free, keyword free. And my video was about trader tickets, though. How trader tickets is like the secret gem to like banking your resources. You know, they're sitting there. You just got to spend an hour to use them all.
When you can clickbait it with free and then plug that in game, that's views right there.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit like doing it's somewhat like doing a video about somewhat like doing a video about the universal remote, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, let's not talk about universal remote and hacking things, guys. We might get a copyright strike.
So Tiago,
Yeah.
Aaron, not to get off topic, but has that been sorted out? I'm sorry to bring it up. Okay, we can keep moving on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, not yet.
So Tiago,
just quickly, so everybody knows. Nuno is sorting it out for me. It is a mistake. It is what it is. But yeah, it's annoying. But yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We got an active strike at the moment, but it'll be sorted next week. It's not a biggie.
I do quite like
Ricky's
Daisy Boy's comment. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
What's that?
I'm just fellow Yorkshireman, so I'm just gonna highlight his comment.
Which one?
Tiago Rookie's
Daisy
listed
Boy.
a whole bunch of stuff a little bit of time ago in the chat. Expand the archipelago by radar, new defences or use defences that are not very common, barbed wire, and I think he's talking about the high-powered cannon that we had on some of the Hammerman events. Invent new mines that could be hidden. Allow the use of other protos to increase the level of new special statues that we could place, only to boost the defense independent of those that we have. Increase the amount of space in statue warehouse. Fix the opponent's spawn. You can use the trader or submarine to win special statues and skins.
I like the thought he put into that.
Yeah,
I do.
I think honestly, the only way they're going to save this game is with exclusive rewards and unlockables, things like skins, boom pass, stuff like that can generate income for the game, so they've got some money there to plow back into it, to make them think, you know what, it's worth putting in $1 million or $2 million for an update because we're going to generate $5 million from it, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah.
But I think that's the only way they're going to save
that
it.
and advertising, because we need the game needs fresh players.
Yeah.
And those fresh players need to know that there's a community out there that is prepared to help them early.
I think the other thing on that is, you know, I think we could ask half the people in the chat now, what made you join the game? So for me, it was a TV advertisement.
Yeah, mine was
while I was off sick on work.
I think mine was a Facebook ad. I think.
No, mine was a TV ad.
Yeah, I think.
I vividly remember seeing the ads for this, but I think I started heavily getting invested into the game because, like, I remember when I first started playing, like, I was like going hard with my original TF. It was definitely the TV commercials, but it was also after like one of my relationships ended in my early 20s, because obviously this game's like 7 years old now. I was dating this girl when I was 22. When that ended, that's when I started playing Boom Beach. So it was a combination of end of a relationship and how awesome the commercials were.
Yeah.
I started playing Clash of Clans when Clash of Clans first came out, and I kind of got into it, enjoyed it, but it didn't quite, it didn't quite float my boat. And then I saw the advert for Boom Beach and started playing that alongside Clash of Clans, and very quickly it became, Boom was just felt better. It felt more like the game that I wanted to play.
Players are so clean and such an amazing dynamic to the game. Like, I get Clash of Clans is funneling, you know, the technique you use by the way you drop your troops, but flares just, they elevate the gameplay.
Yeah, flares and smoke is what makes Boom what
Smokes,
it is.
yeah.
You know, the whole smoky, sneaky attack things that you can do, you know, makes the attack side of Boom so much more enjoyable and skillful, for me anyway. But Clash, I mean, I played Clash for a little while. I did get into it for a bit. But, yeah, I don't know. The whole thing of waiting like a week for one upgrade, or 14 days for an upgrade, nah. That's why.
Can we just highlight Rex's comment here just for a second? I was sitting in the same pub. Boom Beach ad comes in, and I clearly remember, come with a plan or leave with defeat.
Yep.
I was like, oh really? I'll give it a go. Like that right there is the perfect example of TV advertisement. Come with a plan or leave in defeat. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
There you
Okay,
go.
You don't hear that in
they
any.
do
You don't,
challenge.
you don't hear
When
that
I say
saying
they,
anyway.
Supercell, they pumped millions and millions into advertising when this game launched. Okay,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I don't know the exact figures. It's probably even more, millions
Yeah.
upon millions.
Probably is.
That there's no advertising for Boom Beach now. Advertising is a huge part. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Advertising is massive.
There's
Boom does not get advertising anymore.
when Boom does get an update, Facebook does see a sponsored ad for the update. One, and it's normally for 3 days on Facebook. That's like their level of advertising, which to be fair, they probably get for free from Facebook because I get them for free on my page as well. So yeah, advertising. Even if they were to plug it in, even if they just to plug it in the other games like Clash of Clans, Brawl Stars, whatever, you know, it would be better than nothing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What's happening, 204? Welcome to the stream, buddy. So yeah, where are we landing on this one then? Do we think HQ 25 is going to be enough?
No.
Well, without knowing exactly.
I mean, I don't want to rain on
bring.
everyone's parade. I mean, I'm excited. Yes, it's HQ 25, but
Just
yes and no. Like
just for the record,
this is-
guys. Me and Skull don't actually know anything yet, so we're just in the dark as you at the moment. Hence why we're doing the speculation thing now. But yeah, I don't think it will be either. I've got to be honest. I don't think it will. I think HQs in general. I think if they're going to do a HQ, it needs to be a HQ and something.
Oh, sorry, only me. A barman at my local pub got me into it. After waiting 10 minutes to get served, I demanded to know why. So he showed me. I downloaded it there and then made him wait for the money.
Nice.
Yeah,
even my kids are
hit
into
the
it at
nail
the
on the
moment.
head. I'm more curious than excited, and I think that's probably how a lot of us feel. That we're curious to see what it brings because we kind of
Honestly,
know what it's going to be.
By this point now, the OGs, we know not to get excited about a Boom Beach update. Let's have it right. We know not to get excited. You know, and that right there.
But at the same time too, I mean, like you've got like Aaron, like you, like we've got a YouTube channel with an audience where not everyone is OGs.
Yeah, we got to be hyped about it because it's an update.
Yes.
You know, it's something.
You've got to be
something's
hyped
better
about
than
it at the
nothing.
same time.
Something's better than nothing, which is great. But history teaches us not to get overexcited.
No, and especially with Boom Beach, and essentially these updates are repetitive. They repeat themselves.
Yeah.
You know, new HQ level, new defense level. Like, I want to drift off topic for 1 second. I would love to see, I don't know where I'm getting this idea, but I would love to see a new proto with a backstory. Like, we got the Simo. Simo was awesome because they don't mention it in game, but it comes with that backstory of,
I love
one of the world's
backstory
greatest
for that.
snipers.
Yes. I
Simo
love
is
the
real.
backstory
He
for
is
that.
a real person.
Yeah.
Yes.
He exists.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
The Finnish
if you
sniper
haven't
even
done
makes
that-
even better the fact that he's Finnish from Finland, like, you know.
If you haven't
Exactly,
done
he's
that,
a Finnish
guys-
sniper.
If you haven't done that, guys, after this stream, go and Google Simo Finnish sniper and read about him because he's a World War hero.
But the other thing is, if you actually look at a lot of the stuff that they do in Boom, like the map names and stuff like that as well, they all have a history. They all have, a certain degree of history to the names. It's never just a random name. Ever.
The link
I
in the,
believe
the link in the
they're all,
chat
like,
now is to the
very-
video that I watched. It is a good one. It's worth a watch.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely.
I play more Boom. I play on Boom more than my Xbox Series X. Been using Boom since 2019.
That's awesome, Bob.
This is it. I mean, I've played Boom exclusively for a long time, and I don't know.
It's funny you mentioned that because, like, people that aren't as invested into Boom Beach, when I say invested, I'm not talking money, I mean time as well. People that aren't, as invested into the game, they don't get it. Like, when I have conversations with people outside of the community, we get onto video games. Oh, are you a gamer? Yeah, I game. Yo, what do you play? I play Boom Beach. No. Like, well, what console? What do you play? I play Boom Beach.
Yeah.
It just doesn't go. They look at you like, what? I'm like, yeah, man, I've been playing a mobile game for 6 years.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
It just
about
doesn't compute, does it, for some people?
No. I think a huge amount of it is this community. I mean, it's something that I've never experienced before.
No.
In an online world, you know, that you've got mates and good mates and what have you, and people that are prepared to help you out in the real life. But in terms of an online community, it's the best that I've ever been part of.
Yeah.
I can safely say that if it wasn't for the community, there's absolutely no chance I would still be in this game.
I probably wouldn't either.
I'd probably agree.
I probably wouldn't either, to be fair.
Just because, obviously, you know, I've met people like Aaron and Martin, Kay as well. We've met up in real life.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we did to deserve that, but I'll have to try and avoid it in the next life.
But you know, like, we've actually met up in real life. We talk most days, and I don't even talk to the people I grew up with that much.
Yeah, no, same as that.
No, I can relate with you guys on that. You know, it's a strong bond with the Boom Beach community, and especially if you're new and you're coming into this community, you know, you're welcomed. You know, you feel welcomed, and you're
There's been lots of times where the Boom Beach community has rallied around for one of their own as well. There's been lots of occasions where things have happened and the community have just gone absolutely crazy to help somebody in particular for a certain reason. I'm not going to go into details, but Rocket was
well said,
Rocket was probably the big one for me that I remember.
Yeah.
But
Fritz.
and Fritz, Rocket and Fritz are probably the two big ones that I remember. Those guys, you know, the Boom Beach community went absolutely mental for those guys when they, you know, needed help and whatnot. And you know, you don't see that in like the Call of Duty communities, you know, things like that. You just don't see that kind of friendships and bonds.
Last year, I was massively struggling last year.
Yeah.
Like massively struggling. Went through a bout of depression, and you know, having that outlet of someone to talk to, and I don't think we'd even met up at this point at all.
But no, I don't think we had.
No, but it was someone to talk to. It was, you know, someone who was sort of understanding and things like that.
It's like-minded people as well,
was really important. Sorry?
It's like having like-minded people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that was important. And for me, like, that'll never be forgotten. Ever.
This community is something else. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how exactly wrap my hands around it as well. But this community, this Boom community, is something else.
It's
you
like,
can't compare it to anything else.
Polly's
100%.
just pointed out the 3K donation that you had for your new setup.
Oh, absolutely insane!
Yeah.
Where else?
Yeah.
Where else are you going to get that?
Yeah.
You know, it's insane what this community does for each other.
To see others just sucide as well, and I think that's the main thing. Nobody does it for self-gratitude.
Are Supercell aware of that? And is the Clash of Clans community this strong? Is anyone here in the part of the Clash of Clans community? Do you know if it's as strong as ours is?
Well, you know what? Obviously, since more people play the game, they probably do have a bigger community. But I mean, like, I believe the Boom Beach community is a much stronger bond, much stronger bond.
I think
it's a smaller group.
Johnny Das has just commented, like, now, I haven't seen anyone for 2 months because of lockdown, but this community didn't make me go into depression. And he means that because he's not added any angry faces to it.
No, nice. Well,
that means he means it.
That's not supposed to be funny without the angry faces, but yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, in all serious, funny's just what. But no, that's
dots.
exactly
Yeah,
it. How many
Grenz
people?
Grenz just said COC is a younger crowd where BB is more mature. So
It's a mature, yeah.
they tend to troll each other more, I expect, than what anything.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a lot of that goes on in Brawl Stars and Clash of Clans.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I mean, there's trolling that goes on amongst us, but it's done amongst friends in a friendly kind of way, you know.
For the most part.
That's
For the
your
most
cue
part,
to
yeah.
put the video up again, mate.
I was gonna say,
We
is
know you
that
quite
the awkward
yourself,
cue for
please
the
That
video
new-
again? No.
You missed
That
it.
new we call beast mode just doesn't take a hint. That's his issue. He thinks
No,
we
but
love him,
in all
but you know,
honesty, like
bless him.
this community has sort of saved people and sort of, you know,
Said the ballerina.
it,
Said the ballerina. I saw that too.
I do genuinely think like this community has saved people, and there's nothing better than that.
No.
Not like nothing better than that.
No, it's sort of, you know, when you, I mean, I've had several private messages from various community members through Telegram, just sort of thanking for some of the stuff that we've done, not just game related, but kind of, you know, like you say, outside the game. And I'm sure that you guys probably have from various people as well. And it just kind of makes it worthwhile, doesn't it? You know, to know that you're helping another member of society, you know, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, definitely. The ones that always get to me are the ones that say, I would have quit this game X amount of years ago or whatever if it wasn't for, you know, BBTFRG or the channel or the community or whatever it is. It's things like that. The fact that, you know, it is literally the community that is keeping the game going. And until Supercell sort of recognise that for what it is and act on it, I don't know.
I just feel that this community is a huge untapped resource
hell
for the
yeah.
potential of the game.
Oh, hell yeah. It is.
I mean, it's
Especially when
crazy. If you want,
there's a lot of coders. There's so many coders in the community.
I know.
So when you've got people like, we go back to the Hopper Network thing, Cassell.
Yeah.
You look at the things that Cassell has done for the community,
Yeah.
and he's done it on his own free time. You know, the bots that he's created and things like that, which are just phenomenal. Like, they're great resources for the game. He's done this for free on his own time, and it's simply because of his love of the game. Can you imagine if Supercell turned around and said to Cassell, right, we want you to come and work for us.
Yeah.
We want you to help develop this game. Do you think he'd turn around and say, right, I want 100 grand a year to come and do it? No, he won't.
Right.
he'd do it probably for the love of the game.
We wouldn't do it for the love of the game. Obviously, he's going to want some, you know, money for.
Well, it would be a job.
a
Yes, obviously
job.
he would have a salary.
But you know, if
paid
you
in diamonds
brought
and
people
powder.
like that in, if you brought people like that in, then they're gonna make a massive difference. And I think they're looking at an untapped resource.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there who will do that job, and you know they may not charge as much as the next coder, but
I don't
for their love of the game, they'll make it work.
I don't think that the dev team have enough faith in the game. I feel like the devs are being forced to put stuff out. That's what I think. You know, that's kind of my opinion on the whole situation. Because if Supercell was committed to the game and to its future and all the rest of it, they'd be more than happy to put billions of pounds into it and roll updates out on the reg and, you know, do things with the community and stuff. You know, the developers would be all over that if they were hyped about the game. The fact that Boom Beach was almost killed off at one point in the past because of the money that it wasn't making, there was a meeting held about the game being shut down, and they voted literally like one vote extra to keep it going, and that's the only reason why it's still going today.
Yeah.
I think since then, really, I think the developers have just been like, do you know what? Let's just do it because we got to, you know. almost like pandering to the community and the players, just because, you know, they need an update. We should be giving them updates, but you know, we'll give them something, but give them nothing new. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just salty, I guess.
So Apex Pro just said, how do you donate through Streamlabs? Yeah, it's all in the description there. Apex.
If you in the chat, Apex, if I do you !dono, that link that comes back from the bot now, if you click that, bud, you'll be able to use that to donate.
Only Me has just said that. Where was it? The game makes me drink more alcohol. I love this game.
I'm not going to read it out verbatim, but Martin Solveson has put something in the chat a little bit further up that sort of says, you know, he's been through a tough time, and you know, without the community, he's, you know, just acknowledging exactly what we're sort of saying about the community and how strong it is.
I know loads of people that have had issues with deaths in the family and COVID and all sorts of other stuff who you know, we've sort of messaged on the quiet, just, you know, checking in with them, making sure they're all right. People like Ken, and a couple of others, just to make sure they're all right. And I know people really appreciate that kind of thing, and that's the sort of respect you get among the Boom Beach community, you know.
Yeah. You know, there's been times where I've gone quiet in the chat. You know,
me, I've
replied.
been on a quiet one for the last couple of months.
Yeah. And we all have those moments where we're quiet at times, and actually having that person reach out is really important. And it may even just be to say hello.
Yep.
But actually, that's, you know, sometimes
Exactly. Point. You okay? 2 words.
Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think unless Supercell...
Ollie, hey, me and Beast are Man United fans. We're constantly depressed.
We haven't missed you. No, I know, Point. I know.
The result wasn't great today.
I was quite pleased with it, to be honest.
Yeah, I bet you was.
I was expecting at least 8 more goals in that game.
Well, yeah. It was 9-0 last season.
Yeah.
Well, I think unless Supercell are, you know, I guess let's see. I guess, you know, the conclusion is, let's see what comes. Let's see what comes with HQ25. Let's see what, you know, see what they've got in store for us. Maybe we're all being really pessimistic and that's going to blow our socks off, you know?
How awesome would that be?
That would be sick, would it not?
They've kept it so quiet.
I'm keeping small hope for that one, Aaron.
Yeah, they have managed to keep it quiet, which is unusual because something usually gets leaked, and it hasn't this time.
I privately hope that it comes with 80% of what we've been asking for.
Oh,
you know,
God,
how epic would that be? Wouldn't it?
For it to land with swappable statues and 12 new mega crabs, all the changes we want for Warships, Task Force versus Task Force, plus HQ and all the upgrades that come with that, a load of new defenses.
Absolute revamp of all the ops.
If that happens, I'm getting my own ballerina outfit.
Do you know what? If that happens,
if you're getting that, I want to see Bullet with one too.
If that happens, I will also get a ballerina costume. And I will learn ballerina dancing professionally if that happens. You hear me, Supercell? Make it happen.
Somebody's taking a note from Supercell right now.
You know it. The last time I said something like this, it backfired. So I'm going to shut my mouth right now.
Just kidding, right there. That's too
I'll
funny.
quite happily take professional ballet lessons to make that happen.
Yeah, I'm going to shut my mouth now because last time I said something like along these lines, it actually come true. So. You remember that?
Yeah.
The only way I'm going to
still got to follow through with
I know. We're going to do it. We'll do it when we do it. When we get over Berries to Beast, we'll do it then.
Yeah,
Aaron.
and
I know. We said we weren't going to do this, but can you either read Steven's comment or put Stefan Julian's comment up there?
When does it come through? I will be in a set when it comes through.
Yeah. No worries. I think that's awesome. Stefan, right on, man.
Where can I see it?
You guys are doing a great job streaming. People are having difficulties in their lives, and the community get them through it. Keep
Purple S
booming
is
and put some
purple
money
background
in.
S is the icon.
Well, I didn't mean to put money in Supercell. I meant the first part there.
Yeah. No, but he's got a point there, hasn't he?
So he
Yeah,
says,
absolutely.
I've had some bad time myself, and this game actually helped me get through it, especially when I lost my cat recently. Yeah, that's what I mean. The game really does come through for so many people in a lot of ways. It's not just a game, is it? I hate that saying, it's just a game. I bloody hate that. I want to throat punch people when they say that. It's not just a game to everybody, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's a hobby. It's a way of life.
Just like anything in life is just not
Yeah.
that to somebody, right? Like,
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is just not a game to us, you know?
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, you know, yeah, there's a ton of examples we can give to this, right?
100%.
But isn't the key to what we're saying now, what Skull's just said, the fact that this community recognises that is the case? You know, take ballet for example. You know, to most of us, it's just this dance thing, but to people that are into ballet, it's an incredible art form.
And to
I
Boom,
think
and to Boom
community
Beaches,
respects that diversity.
and Ballerina now has a place in Boom Beach, forever immortalised in this glorious video that your wife sent me.
Oh, I haven't seen this before.
Oh, have you not?
I'm waiting for somebody just to clip this part from your stream and just re-upload that to YouTube. Just of the ballerina dance.
Oh, Skull, this clip is clipped from a much bigger video.
Yeah,
Oh, is it really? Oh,
yeah.
obviously it is. Obviously it is. Yeah.
I'll send you
I'd
the
offer-
original if
I'd
you
offer
want,
to
Skull.
send- I'd offer to send it to you, but I'm sure Aaron's already got it loaded up to telly.
I'll do it right now.
That is hilarious.
I'll do it right now.
You even got the spin, man. Oh, too funny.
There you go, Skull, and you're in there on telly now, bud.
Oh yeah, no worries. I'll watch that after.
You love it, don't you, Martin?
Yeah, that's what I love that opening you did of the last Warships. That was that first 2 minutes before we even went live. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that's going to be our thing.
Yeah, you definitely need to have that to start.
Yeah, I put it on my starting screen. The actual clip is about 1 minute and 1 second long, and when my timer hits 1 minute, I make it pop up and play. I pop it up and play. Yeah. Martin's just getting ready for Warships.
That's great.
Just
That's
warming
great.
up.
Just warming up. He'll be with us in a sec.
Yeah.
Right. Should we? Just before we do, I did some community polls. I did a poll on our channel, and I did a poll on Facebook. And the question was, what would you prefer to have included in a Boom Beach update? So basically, the same as what we've discussed here tonight. And the options I put on were more HQs, new operations and refined task force experience, or new content like troops, events, and things to do and unlock and earn. And which one do you think got the most votes?
Well, I think it's fairly safe to say.
Yeah. New content like troops, events, things to do and unlock got 85% of the vote on YouTube. Out of I don't know, it's gone now. Hang on. And on the Facebook one, we got over 300 votes for the same response, while the other two got like 38 votes and 18 votes. So, you know, just from our small following who can see those polls, it's pretty clear what everybody wants.
Yeah.
And Supercell, it's not HQ's bad.
Yeah.
Listen up. Keep your HQs or bring something good with them, please.
It's never been
So what's that?
HQs though. It's never ever
HQs
been
need to be the
HQs.
carrier for more interesting updates.
It's got
Yeah.
to be the catalyst for something new. Because if it's not, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, well said. Well said.
So yeah, I think we've pretty much covered it. I guess we're gonna have to sit and wait now
Put the
and
world
see.
to rights.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens when they finally say it's ready.
For all we know, because at the same time too, we don't actually know when the update is dropping. We just know that it is coming.
That's it. We only know what you guys know at the moment. That is literally
Exactly.
God's
Yeah.
honest truth. We don't know any more than that at the moment.
Yeah.
So I guess time will tell, eh?
Time will tell.
Watch this space.
I really hope we're wrong.
I
I'm not gonna lie.
hope so too, for the sake of the ballerina.
I really hope we're wrong, but you know,
I will be so happy to have this particular bonfire urinated on.
Yeah, and me. For sure. For sure. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it, lads, isn't it? Should we,
Yeah, I mean, like,
I just want to say a big thank you to the whole community though, because these streams where we do these boom talks and we're getting
we've had a good turnout.
Most of the time we get our most viewers.
Yeah, we've had a good turnout tonight
on our live streams.
Yeah.
And honestly, big shout out to all you guys that join in for these streams and get involved in the chat, because there's no game.
It's you guys
content at all.
It's you guys who are the players. We as content creators can say and do lots of things, but it's when the players themselves, you guys, voice what you want and your opinions and stuff, is when we have our strongest voice. So
you are
big shout out to you. Yeah, big shout out to you guys for coming along and having your say.
Yeah.
Always appreciated. And yeah, and we have had a really good turnout tonight. I was really worried tonight that we were going to get shadow banned because of this strike, but we haven't, thankfully. So happy days.
Yeah.
I'm happy that didn't happen. I mean, even if that did, obviously we still would have powered through it. I'm happy to see the turnout after
yeah,
a little bit of a delay that we had from the previous boom talk. I actually, even had a few people messaging me as well on Telegram asking when we were going to be doing the next boom talk. So, I'm happy that we were able to, get the ball rolling again. Aaron, I know you 100%. Had a lot going on in your personal life. Obviously life is always number one. Keep in mind, everyone, this is still a game. This is still a game.
Yeah, sure.
But you know what? The fact that, we're back on track here with Boom Talk, I think this was a great topic to discuss as well. And you know what? Whether it brings hype or, it doesn't, we're just going to have to wait and see.
Yep, that's it. Watch your space, guys. Watch your space. Davey boy, what strike? Davey boy, you wouldn't believe me even if I told you. I can assure you. Supercell striking one of their own creators. There you go.
Yeah, it's a true story, guys. Jeez.
Just, it's mind-blowing. It really is mind-boggling. But here we are. 2021 and yeah. Anyway, that's it tonight, guys. We will catch you next time. Thanks to you, everybody coming by. Thank you for the donations and showing up, having your say. Thank you, Skull, for being our co-host again. Maybe we should do this on your channel next time.
You know what? Yeah, we'll give it a go. I mean, I love being able to join you guys on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Your system handles everything a little bit better.
Yeah, true.
But you know what? Honestly, bro, whether we do it on it on mine or yours, I love that we're doing this, man.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
I'm
this
happy
comes
to.
down I love that
you're co-host. We can do it on your channel too. But we'll sort it out anyway.
Man.
We'll sort that out.
Well, thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Martin. Beast Mode as well. To all the awesome community members giving us their feedback. Thank you guys, man, and women.
Yeah.
Thank you guys and women.
Yeah, much love to you all.
We'll catch you next time, guys. Cheers. Bye.
Take care, guys. Bye.